governor of Edo State, Godwin Enoregase Obaseki. As they see Orionba, we will begin to see Orienwo for Edo State. My people, make una watch this video. I'll come tell una about this particular news. Make una watch this video to the end and wait to hear this particular news.
These equipments are advanced equipments. You saw them, you don't use them, what happens? I mean, why should you do this? And what sort of politics is that? Is it your personal money? These people are wicked and they cannot be the ones in charge of it. Plus, they are masters. Master gave his son to go and manage. That son has never worked. Why do you do this to people? We're 5 million of us. How many are you? They think they can take on all of us? They will see. They will see. In due time, they will see. Because I know you will not keep quiet. As for the issue of the palace and our father, it is really, really unfortunate that anybody can propagate lies when there are documents to show. I mean, when you don't pay something, the document is there. I mean, so we can produce all the documents of payments, and the payment does not come from the governor's office. It comes from the local government. The Constitution of Nigeria says that you have federal, state, and local government. The traditional institution is under the local government. Each local government has what you call a traditional council. It is the same thing all over Nigeria. It cannot be different in Edo. I don't touch the money. The money comes straight from Abuja to the local governments. From the local governments, they now pay to the traditional council. Every local government. Edo South has 7 local governments. Before I came, they then said, okay, they might be the paramount, they don't want the separation. Let us have a Benin traditional council that is made up of the 7 local governments. When money comes, it should go, these 7 local governments should bring your 5% that is due into this Benin Traditional Council. Benin Traditional Council will meet monthly, regular, and then give everybody their own. Because you have Enigis in Ovia, in Wode, in Ego, you have everywhere. They also have to maintain where they are. When I came, I said, okay, how much are you giving them? They said, 5%. I said, 5% of what? They said, 5% of this. I said, no, you have to give them 5% of everything that comes to the local government. So I increased what was going to traditional councils. The records are there. I'm not, if I'm lying, go and investigate. I'm not saying anything new. So the whole idea was, look, let us keep Edo South together under the Benin Traditional Council. The monies will come. The Omonoba will now use that as leverage to take care of everybody. Since October 2016, till date, they should tell us how many times Benin Traditional Council met. Never met. They never shared the money. Everything only went to one source. So the different local governments started complaining. There was one particular issue. You remember one time you could not drive from Benin to Auchi. You kidnap sometimes 2-3 times a day on that road. You remember? So we then I went into the matter. I started investigating. I started having town hall meetings with the communities around. I said, come, sit down, total. When they kidnap people on this road, they take them into the bush, into these communities. You want to tell me that you do not know about it? You want to tell me that people cook for them, so you don't have people in the place, so why are you here? They looked at me and said, what money? I said, what? You're supposed to get 5% every month from the local government. I said, they don't get anything. They've not gotten anything. For years. So we could trace insecurity, the source of insecurity, to solve the disempowerment of these areas. Then I said, okay, put it in writing to me. You cannot be complaining because I don't know about that. I only know as a governor this happens. They wrote to me that this is. I said, okay. I sent it to the palace. I said, please, I want your comment that we can resolve this matter. I was ignored as governor. Reminder, ignored. Third reminder, I was ignored. Who's in charge of the state? At that point, I said, stop all these payments until we resolve this matter. That was the issue. So go online and you check. I said, kept that money. I said, nobody will touch it until we resolve this problem. The money was accumulating there. That's what they're trying to use, which is a lie. It got into billions. Then, when the thing couldn't move, they then sat down. I said, you people sit down and agree on this matter. Okay, you have to respect our traditional institution of parliament. This is our source. So, how much of this money should go to palace? Of the initiative, how much do you keep? Then they agreed 50-50. 50% of the money that comes to the traditional council in the local government, they will keep in the local government for their use. 50 will go to the palace. That was the agreement. I then said, based on that, oh yeah, bring the money that is now in escrow. Share it, give the palace their own, you take your own. That is what we are operating. If anybody disputes me, let them say, because all the paper is there. Go online, you will see how much we then distributed. At one point, we gave the palace their own share, which was more than 300 and something million, and gave the local governments their own so that they can work. Per month. When this governor came, part of the agreement was to reverse. So none of the NGOs get anything anymore. And that's why you have part of the reasons why you have such insecurity in the villages. In addition to that, you don't even have local governments. They dissolved all the local governments and drove everybody that was elected. That is part of why you have the challenges you have in Edo today. If anybody has an alternative, let them say it. So all this propaganda they are sending out is to cover, and we are going to challenge them, except they now decide to behave properly and do the right thing. As governor of Edo State, we put a security architecture in place, just like you have here. Every day, I call everybody, Commissioner of Police, Director of DSS, Head of National Defense, and Head of NDLA. What happened in your place today? Give us a report. We gather all those reports. Right? We put it in a database. We look at it. There's a lot of homicide here. There's a lot of killing. Which area? Maybe Gobauka. Why is it going on? Oh yeah, let us set an operation and go and deal with it. There's a lot of kidnapping in Oriomo. Which villages? Which area? Why? Oh yeah, get hunters. Get vigilantes. Give them resources. We go there. We bought over 6 drones. Some with night vision. When they kidnap people at the train yes. How many days did it take for us to rescue those people? The one in Kaduna, how many months did it take them? So we had a solid system in place. I had a command and control center that's second to none in Nigeria. The first thing these people came, they scattered it. When during NSAS, all the police stations in Upper were burnt down. All of them. Benin. I came, I rebuilt all of them. Just to strengthen the security structure of Edo State. Then we got communities to give us voice, vigilantes. We took money, we rebuilt the police training school in Ogida Barracks. With state money, go and see it today. The records are all there. And we started retraining these vigilantes. That is why you saw peace and safety in Edo. Anything that happens in any area, we know, we send them and we're able to, we're ahead. All of that, they've destroyed. You cannot play politics with security. That is why we have the situation we have today. So anybody who says, I did not give the palace their money, I called the person, let him show me the evidence. I have evidence to show how much they got every month when I was in office. So please, I think part of what we must take away today is you guys resolve globally to stop that mispropaganda. Because a lot of people are being misled by lies. Let us correct the lies so that we can focus on what we need to focus. Because we need to move our people forward. Our people are suffering too much. We cannot accept this anymore. And there's no need for it because the resources are there. I know it, and I'm talking from the position of somebody who has been in charge before. The governor today is getting more than 3 times the revenue I got as governor. His security vote alone is 6 times what I used to spend. Meanwhile, we have more insecurity. And he says he's going to report me to EFCC on my security vote. Does it make sense? Does it make sense? And he thinks he will leave that office and walk free in Nigeria? He's a joker.
I talk before, my people, as they see Orion Bar for a donor, they'll begin to see Orion, enemy of the people for Benin also. This one are news when I say I will show now. Obaseki releases 1.3 billion naira for traditional rulers in Edo State during in time as the governor of the state. The traditional rulers are sharing 1.3 billion. Traditional ruler in Edo South Senatorial District get 639.2 million. And out of this, the Benin Traditional Council get 319.6 million, while all the traditional rulers in 7 local governments in the district will share 257.7 million. Traditional rulers in Edo Central get 299.8 million, while traditional rulers in Edo North District will share 377.6 million during the time of Obaseki. Now, during the time of this sharing of this 1.3 billion, there was a particular chief who refuses to collect that money from the state government. Reasons because he was of the opinion that it is not in the place of the state government to be paying, maybe they pay the eniges, the chiefs in Edo State, which I think that particular chief should be commended. I will not subscribe to it that Obaseki or the state government should be the one to be paying the chiefs in Edo State. That should be from the Oba of Benin if we recognize him as the supreme head of all the chiefs in Edo State. It should be the one disbursing that amount of money, that money for them to do their work. And that money must be seen to it that it is being disbursed. It's very important. So I'll continue to go on. That chief refused to take that money, and I agree. I see reasons with that chief, because I believe if anything they happen for their communities, they know just fit comot go report to Obaseki or state government, say see wetin dey happen. First, they will have to seek, as it bring it to the notice of the Oba of Benin. The Oba of Benin will relate it to the state government. That is how it should work. This is the reason why there is a, I think, division of power or so. So I believe that is how it should work. But again, seeing it from the angle of Obaseki during his explanation is that there was a time where we say insecurity come mature for Edo State. When he go one particular community, as they say, enige chiefs, what una dey do for this community? Where people will call us snatch people, una so na not get idea. What are we paying you guys for? What una dey get money where they enter on a hand for? So some of those enige was like, which money be that? We not dey see any money. I believe Obaseki had that right to ask them because he was thinking they were receiving something. Now, person when you they pay, now you go fit demand something from. So they were like, we're not gonna get anything. Obaseki was like, okay. Then Obaseki said he wrote letter to the palace thrice, no response. Then Obaseki said, stop the payment. The reason is because there is insecurity in these localities we are talking about. There are insecurity, and those enigmas, they are not just there just to fulfill all righteousness. They are there for purpose. There is a reason we have state government, local government, traditional rulers. There are reasons we have them. They are not just installed for decoration. They are installed for work, for purpose. That is one thing I will also praise Obaseki for, because of his sense of duty. Sense of duty. So he stopped all the payment in order for them to resolve it, to see that these people are getting their money so that they can work, to see how they can give information, to see how that community can be safe. That was the reason Obaseki said we stop all those payments at that time, but the money was still entering the account it's supposed to enter. It was accumulating. It was accumulating at that time because of the insecurity level that was in the state at that time. I believe saying I will not get sense. Now I know who agree with Obaseki. Like I said before, it was wrong for Obaseki to be the one to be disbursing it to the Eniges, the chief. But after his explanation that the reason for that was as a result of the Eniges that was put in various community, they were not effective because they were not paying them. They were not paying them. So they were not effective. Now who you pay? Now you go fit ask question. So Obaseki ask question. Say wetin dey happen for our community? We don't know wetin dey happen. People will just come snatch people, come out. Wetin? Then we say they no dey pay us. Even the police work, when they pay police people, they still dey fear their head. They don't want buy for anybody. When talk of a nigga, we no dey collect anything, make it go buy. Sense of duty. Sense of duty. So there are money that these people are collecting. They are not collecting it for free. They are collecting it to secure their various community. So that your community now, wey be say for those states, wey be say they let una dey come out for SARS before una come out, just snatch una. Make una dey hold una enige accountable. Una go meet una enige, then they pay you money to secure this state. Wetin you dey do? Vigilante when you get, how you take dey mobilize them? They're not there for picture, for decoration. They are there to serve. They are there to serve. They are not there for decoration. All those age when they will collect money, they will dey inside their house. They don't dey do anything. They don't know anything they happen for their community. It don't pass. You are being paid. You want to compare John there, say that you dey collect salary, you know they go work. How? You must work for your money. So all those enigmas now, those community will be say una know, so now they get our hot in terms of insecurity. Make una they hold in an enigma. By the time you hold an enigma now go carry that matter for that community, go give Omonoba Nedo. Omonoba Nedo will go carry and go give state government. State government will go carry and go give federal government. That is how it should work. So that is one thing that I praise Obaseki for. Sense of duty. You know, they collect government money without you know they work. You can't be collecting government money without working for it. You must work for every penny that you earn. Sense of duty. A sense of duty. So, like the one we had when Obebolo Yonu enter office, when they say he restored the, what did they call it for English? May I go bite my tongue? The statutory right of the Oba of Benin was that all the money now go come meet the Oba of Benin, and the Oba of Benin go disburse the money. That is what he restored back. That is what Obaseki told us now. Now, wetin he restored back, that it is now the Oba of Benin that will be disbursing this money. But the problem these people was having with that money was that the money not they reach their hand. That was why they made complaints. They say not they reach their hand. And now it has been restored back, which I also applaud. I said it from the beginning, that it is not right for the state government to be doing that. As it get where state government power reach. And state government power not supposed to reach that place saying that state government will share money for any case. No. The head, which is the Oba of Benin, should do that. But also, let's make sure that these people are getting their money so that they can bring effective result in their various community and see that it's safe. So that you can be able to ask them the question of accountability in their community. If you know they pay me, you want to ask me question, what did happen for my community? How now? How? If I know they get money, you can ask me how I tell they save. No, you are being paid to safeguard the community. So if you are being paid and your community is not safe, then they have to ask you a question. So what am I saying in this video right now is that, hey, now let as in make even state government also still they put high. They see say this money also they go various places we need to go. Yes, because as Edo State is right now, communities are not safe. Traditional institutions, traditional rulers, even then themselves they hide their head. They are paying them so that they can be able to mobilize youth in their various communities to safeguard the community for the elderly ones. And that's how it should be. So I just make I talk that one. Then again, talking about the command and control center when Obaseki built for ground. As I talk just now, as they see Orionba, they were supposed to see Orienbo. Anybody will be say command and control center when they build, when they safeguard the people of Edo State, he close them up. That person is supposed to be called Orienbo. Because that particular command and control center supposed to protect Edo people. But as he shut them down now, he not get who they protect, he not get who they wash. Who shut them down supposed to be called an Orienbo, enemy of the people. And that is what who Obebolo is, enemy of the people. That one can still pass there. Again, anybody will be saying that they give money, when as that they give her money to say safeguard people, but if they chucking the money, you know they disburse money. Traditional rulers so any gezo that they chucking money and they know they carry out their work as they supposed to carry out. All those people are supposed to be called an Oriental, enemy of the people. Because they are paying you guys money to secure. They don't give una make una keep on chucking out for pocket. No. They are paying you guys so that you guys will bring machineries to work to see how the whole state can be secure. If there is a community clash, how you can solve it. How you can bring peace to your area. The governor cannot be in every part of the state. Let's call a spade a spade. The governor cannot be in every part of the state. So, the traditional rulers, the local government chairman, House of Assembly, all those are the eyes of the governor. They are the eyes of the governor. If you are there, you are representing that place as the governor. If you are here, you are representing that place as the governor. So you bring reports to him. Those are the eyes of the governor. But if everybody begin to collect money, they put up for pocket, how Edo State will, how can we safeguard? How can Edo State be safe? Eh? I'm not to say Obaseki cannot be 100% lying. Because some of the things we talk, the truth there. In the first place, wetin go make Obaseki say na him come dey share money, or state government say na dem come dey share money give Eniges, if issue no really dey there? It is because there was an issue. It was because there was an issue. Now nobody fit travel again for Edo State. Abi, when we talk about security, security is local. It's very local. Security is very local. You have Eniges that can mobilize people in the community, and there are people in that community who goes to farm. They know all the bushes. They know where things are hot in their community. They can give report to the Enige. We have to mobilize people to see how they can, as he secure the place. If it's too much for the Enige, he reports to the palace. The palace will also join them. If it's too much for the palace reports to the state government. If it's still too much for state government reports to federal government. But all these people, they have to be paid, as in paid. You need to pay them. They have to be paid. They're not just they pay on and put money for pocket. No, they pay you guys to see how the state can be secure and be peaceful. So as I talk, as they see Orionba, no, we see they see Orienbo. That's why I talk and reach.